You are listening to Sophie Drew 1, Nothing New for Sophie Drew by Katey Lovell. Narrated by Colleen Prendergast. For anyone who has ever felt they are not enough. February. Chapter 1. Show me again, Eve demanded, wrapping her hand around the door handle. You're supposed to look surprised, remember? My jaw dropped, my eyes widened, and my hands flew to my cheeks, the way I'd seen actors in films behave when unexpectedly delighted. It might work in Hollywood, but I, quite frankly, felt ridiculous. My best friend's lips curled, her expression somewhere between disappointment and disapproval, and she shook her head at my efforts, her perfectly coiffured chocolate brown bob swaying from side to side. That, along with the two deep-grooved vertical lines that appeared between her eyebrows, was enough to tell me my acting abilities were well below par. I don't know why Eve expected me to be able to conjure up an on-the-spot, Oscar-worthy performance. We'd been in the same GCSE drama class at comprehensive school, both of us scraping passes. Neither of us excelled when it came to treading the boards. Eve was the brainbox who loved any scientific geekery, and I was creative, but textiles and crafting were my mediums of choice, not performing. Our friend, Torna, the third point of our friendship triangle, hadn't been much good at anything at school, other than snogging boys around the back of the sports hall. No, Sophie, just no. It's meant to be a surprise. Don't over-egg it, or they'll think I've told you. But you did tell me, I reminded her. If you were better at keeping secrets in the first place, we wouldn't be in this position, and I wouldn't need to act surprised because I would actually be surprised. I wish Torna hadn't trusted me with getting you here, Eve grumbled. She knows I'm rubbish at keeping my mouth shut. Eve had always been the same. Back when we were at school, cocky teenagers with our skirts rolled up at the waistband to show off our pale, skinny legs, Torna and I never shared who we were crushing on with Eve unless we wanted her to put the feelers out with the cliched, "My friend fancies you" line. She'd never been able to engage her brain before opening her mouth. For someone so clever, she spent a lot of time in a dream world, and one which didn't align with real life in Newcastle. The phrase, "away with the fairies," could have been coined about Eve. I picked a speck of fluff from the sleeve of my black velvet dress, bought especially for what Torna had dubbed my birthday night out, although Eve had already told me it was a party, ready to make my grand entrance. If all eyes were going to be on me, I needed to look my best. That had been my thought process when I'd teamed the dress with a pair of sky-high, sequin-coated silver heels and a thick diamond choker. I'd had it a year, but never worn it, but I'd come to the conclusion that when it comes to party wear, there's no such thing as too much sparkle. I'd also stopped at the salon for a spray tan on the way home from the office, splashing out on a manicure and pedicure as well, seeing as I was there. My credit card had taken quite a hammering, and I hoped people would shout me a drink or two to celebrate the upcoming milestone birthday because my card had to be edging closer to its limit. The bank had taken to sending me daily texts about my current account too, informing me I was well over my agreed overdraft limit. But I didn't have time to waste worrying about my finances. A bar full of people were waiting for me to make an entrance. I won't tell her you mentioned the party, I promised, although she must have known you'd not be able to keep something as huge as this to yourself. Come on, let's get it over and done with. I could do with a drink. Pretending to be in the dark is stressing me out. A raucous cheer of "Surprise!" rang out as Eve pushed the door open. I pulled my best, "I really had no idea this was going to happen" face, as Jane from work offered me a hug, and Torna, wearing a little black dress,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?